Hi guys, welcome to another video from little to simple. Imagine this, a company that promised to deliver anything, anywhere, anytime, from your forgotten phone charger to a midnight ice cream craving, suddenly finds itself struggling to deliver its own survival. Welcome to the rise and fall of Dunzo. Today, we're diving into the story of how the resignation of its charismatic founder, Kabeer Biswas, became the final nail in the coffin for a startup that once symbolized India's booming gig economy. Dunzo's journey began with a dream. Back in 2015, Kabeer Biswas, a former employee of Bharti Airtel, envisioned an app that could help solve urban India's biggest pain point: time. Time to run errands, time to pick up groceries, or even time to get your forgotten wallet delivered to your workplace. Dunzo was born out of a WhatsApp group experiment in Bengaluru, and what followed was nothing short of extraordinary. Dunzo became synonymous with convenience. By 2019, it had raised millions in funding from tech giants like Google. Yes, Google, marking its first direct investment in an Indian startup. The app was a hit among millennials and Gen Z, racking up millions of users who were hooked on the idea of hyperlocal deliveries. But as they say, the higher you rise, the harder you fall. So, what went wrong? Dunzo's initial business model was ambitious, but also financially draining. The cost of subsidizing deliveries, coupled with razor-thin margins, began to eat away at its capital. The startup was burning through cash at an alarming rate, and even with repeated funding rounds, the path to profitability seemed like a distant mirage. To add to its woes, Dunzo's rapid expansion strategy stretched its resources thin. While it was present in multiple cities, it failed to establish a stronghold in any one market. The competition wasn't just from other startups, but from established giants with deeper pockets. Have you ever wondered how a company that delivers a 30 rupee pack of biscuits for free expects to make money? Well, Dunzo couldn't figure it out either. Operational inefficiencies, mounting losses, and increasing competition from giants like Swiggy's Instamart and Zomato's Blinkit started to tighten the noose. Dunzo's inability to scale its operations sustainably turned into its Achilles heel. Customer complaints began to rise, and the once flawless delivery network started showing cracks. When the pandemic hit, Dunzo saw a brief glimmer of hope. With people confined to their homes, demand for hyperlocal delivery services skyrocketed. But here's the twist. While demand surged, so did operational costs. Lockdowns meant higher wages for delivery partners, increased sanitization costs, and logistical nightmares. Ironically, the same wave that lifted Dunzo also began to drown it. As customer expectations grew, so did the pressure on the company to deliver faster, better, and cheaper. And in the race to outdo its competitors, Dunzo stretched itself too thin. Dunzo's attempt to cater to this growing demand without addressing its underlying financial issues only exacerbated the problem. The company began to cut corners and the quality of service took a hit. In a world where customer loyalty is fleeting, this proved to be a costly mistake. Kabeer Biswas, the man who had once been hailed as a visionary, now found himself grappling with a company in crisis. Under his leadership, Dunzo tried to pivot multiple times, from offering bike taxi services to becoming a grocery delivery platform. But each pivot came with its own set of challenges. Let's pause for a second and think about the pressure here. Imagine being the face of a company that's constantly running out of cash, facing criticism from employees, investors, and customers alike. It's enough to break even the strongest of leaders. But why did Kabeer, the man who was once the heart and soul of Dunzo, decide to step down at this critical juncture? The announcement of Kabeer Biswas' resignation in late 2024 sent shockwaves across the startup ecosystem. For many, Kabeer wasn't just the CEO, he was Dunzo. His energy, his passion, and his vision were what kept the company afloat through turbulent times. Insiders reveal that Kabeer's decision to step down wasn't entirely voluntary. Mounting pressure from investors who had grown increasingly frustrated with the company's inability to turn a profit played a big role. Some say it was a classic case of a founder being forced out to make way for a more professional management team. But here's the kicker. Without Kabeer, Dunzo lost more than just a CEO. It lost its identity. Kabeer's departure left a void that the company struggled to fill. The new leadership, while experienced, lacked the emotional connection to the brand that Kabeer had built. This disconnect was palpable and quickly became evident in the company's operations and decision making. Kabeer's resignation triggered a domino effect. Morale within the company plummeted, key executives began to leave, and the already strained relationship with delivery partners worsened. Customers started complaining about delayed deliveries and poor service quality. To make matters worse, Dunzo's financial troubles deepened. Reports surfaced about unpaid salaries, delayed vendor payments, and even offices shutting down. It became clear that the company was on its last legs. The trust deficit between the company and its stakeholders grew. Delivery partners who were the backbone of Dunzo's operations started leaving for competitors offering better pay and incentives. Investors too began to lose faith, and securing new funding became nearly impossible. So, was Kabeer Biswas' departure the real reason for Dunzo's downfall? Or was it just the final nail in a coffin that had already been built? The story of Dunzo is a cautionary tale for startups everywhere. It's a reminder that scaling too fast without a clear path to profitability can be a recipe for disaster. It's also a lesson in the importance of leadership. Kabeer Biswas' departure showed us just how vital a founder's presence can be for a company's culture and vision. But perhaps the most important lesson is this: even the best ideas need solid execution. Dunzo's promise of delivering convenience was brilliant, but its inability to manage costs and operational challenges ultimately led to its downfall. Dunzo's story also highlights the dangers of relying too heavily on external funding. While venture capital can help scale a business, it also comes with strings attached. And when the focus shifts from building a sustainable business to appeasing investors, things can quickly go south. As of now, Dunzo's future remains uncertain. While there are rumors of potential acquisitions and last-minute bailouts, the road ahead looks incredibly rocky. Whether the company will survive or become a case study in what not to do remains to be seen. But what do you think? Can Dunzo rise from the ashes? Or is this the end of the road for one of India's most ambitious startups? Let us know in the comments below. Dunzo's fate will depend on whether it can reinvent itself and address the core issues that led to its downfall. Perhaps a renewed focus on niche markets or a strategic partnership could offer a lifeline. But one thing's for sure, the road to redemption won't be easy. Dunzo's story is one of dreams, ambition, and hard lessons. It's a tale that's as much about resilience as it is about caution. And while the final chapter of this story is yet to be written, one thing's for sure: Kabeer Biswas' resignation will always be remembered as a turning point in the journey of a company that once promised to redefine convenience. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of startups and business. Until next time, stay curious and stay inspired.